Hello students, welcome to my channel School Online 24/7, and today I am going to describe a beautiful poem which is composed by William Blake, and this poem is The Schoolboy. And in this poem, the speaker of the poem is a schoolboy who don't want to go his school. He loves to rise summer morning and he wanted to be with birds, trees and with nature, but he don't want to go to school because it is the main reason for his unhappiness. So in this poem I'm going to describe the schoolboy and his thought about each and everything. First of all, I'm going to recite the poem, and after it I will describe you difficult words meaning, and at last I will give you the rhyme scheme of the poem and literary devices also. Okay, listen. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds singing on every tree, the distant huntsman wind his horn. Distance means from few distance. Distant means huntsman means hunters. Wind his horn. Horn means their horn is used for a equipment for hunting. Skylark, it is a kind of bird which sings very sweetly. But to go to school in summer morn, it drives. Drives means to take away all the joys away. Under a cruel outworn. Outworn means out of date. The little ones spend the day in singing and dismay. Singing means breathe out, and dismay means shock. Then at times I drooping sit. Drooping means to hang down as from exertion. And spend my anxious hour. Anxious hour means worried hour. Nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower. Their bower means climbing plant in a garden. Dearish, deary means uninteresting. He can, the bird that is born for joy, sit in a cage and sing. How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wings? Tender means soft. And forget his youthful spring. Youthful means adolescence. It is belonging to adolescence. O father and mother, if birds are nipped means destroy it at an earlier stage of its development, and blossom blown away. And if the tender plants are stripped, there the meaning of stripped is removed all covering of their joy and springing day by sorrow and care's dismay. How shall the summer arise in the joy, or the summer fruits appear? Okay, this is your poem, and now I am going to describe the poem, explain the poem's stanza. Okay, I am going to take first stanza of the poem. Look at the first stanza. In this poem, Your poet describe about a schoolboy who is unhappy. He says that his childhood is crumpled, is destroyed for the sake of learning and teaching. The boy likes morning. He loved to rise morning. He wanted to sing with birds and he loved to see this scene when the birds singing on each and every tree. He loves being in nature. However, due to his school, his morning are unpleasant, unhappy. He does not like going to school and is not interested in studied book. So he said in the first stranger, the schoolboy, he likes to summer morning and he is fond of to seeing the trees and the birds. We know that the morning time is full of hopes and aspiration, motivations. He finds the distance from far away sound of a hunter, of a huntsman's horn. It was pleasing for him. Also, he wishes to sing with Skylark. In short, he enjoys being in the company of nature. Look at the second. As he has to go to school, his morning hours passes unhappily, means he did not want to go school because this thing drives away, brings away his all the happiness, his all the joys. He is not interested in study and books. Even the teacher's lecture bore him. He don't want to listen his teacher's lectures also. The teacher who also keep a strict eye on the students so that they follow all the rules and regulation. But he don't want to go to school and he don't want to lose his happiness to go to school. You get the third. Thus his day is spent in distress and sadness. Also, he loses his all the joy. The poet compares the school with tree, and he said that under it which children sit and learn. The boy says he does not find peace sitting under the tree also. So he don't want to go to school because it takes away his all the joy, his all the happiness, and he don't want to get more knowledge like us. Look at the fourth stanza. And after it, he said, we all know that the pleasure of a childhood lies in a being a free and happy like a bird. The poet here compares a child in school as a bird in a cage. He thus says that as a bird is unhappy in a cage, so is a child in school. Means there the poet compares a child just like a bird who which is in the cage. He says that a child who is scared by his parents and teacher cannot be happy and joyful, and he did he don't want to go to school. This is the main reason of the school boy. Look at the next paragraph, next stanza. The poet further says that parents should not deprive a child of joy and freedom for the sake of studies. Depriving them of joy and freedom is similar to deprive the word of its spring. The poet also compares it with nipping the bud and flower from the plants. He is of the opinion that this world will be sorrowful place in the absence of happiness of childhood. And the poet beautifully compares with the nature. He says that without a happy childhood, we shall only have a winter of sorrow. We shall never be able to experience of summer of joy. So this is the whole explanation of the poem The Schoolboy. Okay, listen. The conclusion of the poem The Schoolboy. The poem teaches us that bring being a parent, we shall take due care of our children. It is our duty to see that our children are happy, joyful, and free. If we want our generation to be happy and prosperous, we need to make their childhood a happy one. So, this is the conclusion of the poem of the schoolboy. And now, listen the theme of the poem. The main theme of the poem is sorrow. Sorrow, grief, because that this boy feels having to go to school when he wants to enjoy summer. He has to obligation to go to close space, but he want to go outside from another theme is nature. First is sorrow, another theme is nature of the poem The Schoolboy. And next theme will be freedom because he want to free. That it represent for the boy and oppressions of the class. Okay, now listen. Rhyme scheme of the poem, and after this I will tell you literary devices also. Morn, A. Tree, B. Horn, A. Me, B. Company, C. So pronunciation of the first stanza will be A, B, A, B, C. Look at the second stanza. Morn, A. Away, B. Outworn, A. Day, B. Dismay is B. So A, B, A, B, B. It is the rhyme scheme of the second stanza. Next stanzas of the poem. Sit, A. R, B. Delight, A. Bore, B. And sure is also B. A, B, A, B, B. Joy, A. Sing, B. Annoy. A. Wing and spring. B. B. Means A, B, A, B, B. Next. Nipped. A. Away. B. Stripped. B. Sorry. There will be A. Day. B. And dismays. B. So these words have these rhyme schemes. Means this is the rhyme scheme of the poem. And now listen the literary devices also of the poem. There is a metaphor and simile. Simile means when we find these words as or like for the comparison of anything, then there should be simile. But when we don't find these words and there should be there their comparison is present in front of us, there should be metaphor. So look at the sentence. Under the cruel eyes outworn. There should be metaphor and simile. And alteration, it means when consonants sound repeated, there should be alteration. There you all look S and S. It is repeated, so there should be alteration. Means repetition of consonant sound is alteration. So these are the literary devices used by the poet in this poem. So thus your poem and its explanation and all the thing of the poem is finished here. So I think you all understood the poem, and if you have any problem regarding to this poem, then you should comment and ask me question about it. I will definitely reply to you. And like the video, leave your comment, share it and subscribe the channel also. Thanks for watching this video.